Hi, everybody. Welcome. Look who's here, Annie Bear. So I'm Terry at Holding Your Space. Welcome. Please like and subscribe. And please like and subscribe to Annie Bear, Annie Bear 7 Feathers, or 7F. I think I've still got your banner here too. But I think Sharon Sipe is here. So we will definitely have, there it is.
Oh, thank you.
Done. I knew I had one. Yeah. So welcome everybody. Hi Sharon, how are you? Carol Butts,
Hi.
Jeff. Jeff is here at Throw Ass Backwards. Rossi,
Yay.
Teresa Ford.
Oh,
Oh, the Teresas are here. Teresa Hallidan or Hey Darian. I don't know why I don't pronounce your name very often on your last name, Teresa. Sally's here, Sal Rods. Hypnicity. Hello, beautiful. And Sharon
hey.
Foster and Amy is here, my girlfriend, Amy Lawson.
Hi.
And Hypnicity is asking for some healing for her gums.
Okay.
Hypnicity, do you know what? Cash Peters uses this toothpaste, and this is entertainment only. And he gets it from India, but you can order it on Amazon or some other places. And it has cinnamon in it and some other things. I mean, it's got some chemicals in it too. But I started using that, and my gums were inflamed. No more inflammation at all.
I use a toothpaste from India as well. I don't know if it's the
Mhm.
same one, but it's got like 17 different kinds of barks and
Yes, I
yeah,
think that's it.
it's
I think
and
that's
it's
it.
white. It comes in a white tube with orange writing.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's
what I
it.
use too.
That's it. So Hypnicity, we can go ahead and post that either before the end or I'll put it in the bottom. Hi, Akila. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Beautiful. Um, yeah, so we were talking backstage, and Luana's here, and about what we were going to talk about today.
Oh.
And we're pretty open,
Yep.
turns out.
Yep.
But definitely, we're going to talk about protection, and because we've been talking about that a lot on the show. Hi, JR. White Wolf Mother. Hello. We're going to talk about protection. Annie has a new poem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd love it if you'd share some more information about the Raven too today.
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting.
Well, I've been having this raven come, and it's not usual for them to be at this elevation. They're normally higher, and so I knew it means something when animals show up. I know it means something, so I go, I love you, I love you. And for days, like 3 days, I'd hear it every time I went outside. I'd be, I love you, I love you. And I'd try to get quiet and go, okay, what do you need me to do? And I'll give tobacco or I'll give hair because I don't smoke anymore. And say, oh, thank you. That means I see you, I hear you. I'll do my best to be whatever you need me to be, you know, even if I don't know what it is. So then yesterday, I was walking with Rosie and it flew over me. So I stopped, did the usual. And then this morning it flew over me. I went for a walk this morning and it flew so close to me that I could hear the powerful wing beats. Just, I could hear the wings beating. So I love you, I love you. And I have this, the only cards I have are medicine cards. And so I looked up Raven and I was telling Terry about this because Raven, I know that it's magic. I know that it's powerful. I know it's serious. Not too serious, but I mean wholly serious. Um, Now I'm getting nervous and I can't find it. What is my problem?
It's okay. You may not need it. It might be
Well,
spirit telling you.
that's right. That's right. Well, with the book, I looked it up and I'm like, what could I be? You know, how can I honor this? And it said in the book, it says if Raven has flown in for you today, you will not be able to figure it out. So don't try. It said, be ready for a transformation, be ready for an altered consciousness, be ready, and don't try to figure it out. So I'm like, well, okay.
I love that. I love that because I think that that's where we're all at right now. That's what
Yeah.
a lot of the astrologers, a lot of the intuitives have been talking about, but you just kind of feel it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That there's
I've been
not,
feeling it. Yes, I have been feeling this unknown thing. This like, okay, what do I need to do next? I need to be ready. I need to be open.
yeah.
I need to be grounded. You always stay grounded, be protected. And when you're first starting on the path, when I first started on this path 35 plus years ago, I needed to know about protection because I was under attack by a teacher man and his family, and they were attacking me psychically and in my dreams. And so I had to learn to protect myself quickly. And I learned a lot from that experience. But one of the things immediately, I needed to bond with mother. I needed to honor my space. I needed to claim it. And these were all things that I was a bit wobbly at. And um, so for me, I needed to learn quickly. So by giving blood, by giving hair, by giving tobacco, um, I learned about cornmeal and salt and how cornmeal is holy. It's very feminine. And um, so I could put that all over my property on the boundary lines. And a salt would also repel anything trying to come in. And what was interesting at the time is I would have lots of crows come and visit me. And if I was doing well, they would be silent. If I needed to reprimand it or do it different, they would yak and yak and yak at me. So they would sit on my roof. And um, I first learned about energy, the energy body, because I was trying to climb on my roof just to sit out and look at the stars. And the crows were coming up and going, don't do that. And then my hands would get super hot if I reached for going out there. So they were like, don't do that. So I'm like, okay, okay. And so it
Wow.
was very
Awesome.
much an intuitive, hands-on kind of learning and
Mhm.
trusting the animals because I trusted them so much more than people. So, nothing bad about people, but I just was um, introverted to the 17th degree. So I found communication with them so much easier. But I think the first thing we learn about our energy, and I'm sure everyone here already has, is that you got to claim your energy and be in charge of it. Because if you're not in charge of it, somebody else is. And since you're going to be responsible for your actions and what you do and your effect in the world, it's important to move in a good way and to protect yourself.
I think that's so important. That's like our t-shirt today,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
claim our energy. Yeah.
yeah. Claim our
Yeah.
space. And
And it's
because we do get brighter, we do get brighter and brighter and brighter. And as you grow and that finer body comes out, it comes built in with protection. But to get to that point, you got to kind of take that cloak upon yourself. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
100% because the more light we emit, um, uh, it is attractive to
Yeah.
others. I mean, people are going to be drawn to you all, and so having those boundaries because people are going to recognize, oh, they are empaths, they are light workers on some level, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
so, having boundaries of, what you not only what you will tolerate, but, what you want in your energy field, like
Yeah.
having kind of a layer there, like you draw the cornmeal around you,
Yes.
having an energetic cornmeal around you. And not
Yes.
that anything's negative coming in necessarily, it's just, keeping a protection.
I agree. And I think when you're growing, when you're coming up, you're developing your chakras. So you might be, depending on your age and if you're childbearing or not, your energy is more in this chakra or this lower chakras, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no.
But that affects what you attract. So it's
Yeah.
like how you learn and develop and grow and and take responsibility.
Yeah, and, I feel like at that age when you're or a little bit younger, there's
Mhm.
that, curiosity knows no bounds, right? And you're
So
just
true.
going, and you're going through all the highs, all the
Yeah,
lows,
yeah,
and it's so
yes,
exciting. You just can't
it
wait
is.
for the next day.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I Jeff, I think I have mentioned, using cornmeal in the meditations a couple of times, and
Mhm.
that's because Annie Bear told me about it. I did not know about that before. Um, Jezreel says, "The Navajo use corn as a way to connect the divine as an offering."
Mhm.
Ooh, big
Yeah,
chills on
yeah,
that
yeah,
one, Jess.
yes.
Man, that's beautiful. Hi, Tony, Shining Hot Healing. So good to see you
Hi.
here. And, Aaron, so nice to have you here. Bright Shiny Ray,
Oh,
Teresa
wonderful.
Ford, Sharon Easter. You've got so many friends
Yeah.
coming in.
Oh, that's
Lori.
lovely.
Yeah, it's so nice to see
Lovely.
everybody. Um, and I feel like, so I really wanted to bring that up because I've had a lot of people ask about that recently, the protection.
Mhm.
And, when you're doing the cornmeal, okay, in my mind's eye, I see, like, when they do the sports field and they lay out the chalk, like,
Mhm.
the white chalk that goes around the perimeter or the yellow chalk. That's what I kinda see. Is that what you're doing, or is it like a line of cornmeal? Am I asking just a silly question here? Or are
Not
you
at all.
calling it
Not at
meaning?
all. I say my intentions. I say thank you and I love you, Mother. And this is, I am honoring my relationship with you. And in that honoring of my relationship with you, I am creating a boundary here. Only good may come through. And I'll add like the ones that walk with me that I know of, like I am protected by Hawaiians. I had my dear friend Ron. And so I'll just put in and honor those people who helped me with my journey thus far. And I'll just make that clear boundary with cornmeal. And sometimes it'll be cornmeal and salt, depends on what I'm doing. It depends, but just, you know, the boundary of my home. Yeah, I just do it with my hand and I make a line, even
Yeah.
across the driveway, even across the driveway.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
love that idea.
yeah, all the
Yeah,
boundary of the property and the driveway.
yeah. Tony says, at Shining
Yeah,
Hot Killing, "It's always good to have a little cornmeal in a pouch wherever you go."
yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
way to. And I give hair, give hair. When I smoked, I would give tobacco.
So, and, um, I
Yes.
love that. I wonder if I can give, Zeppelin's hair my cat's hair. We have a lot of it. But I do take it outside. I don't put it in the trash usually. I put it outside so the birds can use it.
Oh, we do that with Rosie's hair. And
Yeah,
I actually this last week, we took down a birdhouse so I could show my granddaughter how much Rosie hair ended up in the bird nests, and it was amazing how much because we have some chickadees that come to the same house every year, about 10 years in a row now.
yeah.
So yeah, they do appreciate it.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. That's a good question. Organic cornmeal won't be GMO. So, do you use organic cornmeal or does it matter? Or, um,
it. I just get it in the bulk aisle because I use so much of it.
yeah,
I use so much of it because I make suet for the birds. So I just get it out of the bulk. It's nothing fancy. The kind I use is not fancy.
yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be fancy, right?
No, it doesn't. No, it
Okay,
doesn't.
so I wanted to ask you about salting your entryways, and would you salt, like, because I've done that before, done
Yeah,
the coarse salt on
yeah.
the entryway, but do you salt all your entryways into your house? Like, if you have a basement door on the side or a back door?
I haven't for a long, long time. I haven't for a long time. I did on the boundary. When we had some neighbors next door who were renting a place next to us, and they were chopping cars. They were using the garage like a chop shop,
Oh,
and so they were doing bad things next door. And they didn't. they lived here far too long, about 4 years next door to us. So then I use salt because I don't want any of that energy near us. Can't come in, can't come in because they were dodgy.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I haven't done that in a
Mm,
while.
that's a great idea. Oh, Hypnicity blows cinnamon in her front door. I
Oh,
love that, Hypnicity. I know,
oh,
um, who is
into
it? Yeah, Gigi Pardo. She always talks about the cinnamon sticks.
really.
And, yeah, and always carrying some with you for protection. She's
Hmm.
from the islands, her family is.
She's
And
such a lovely person.
oh my god, right?
She's
She's
so lovely.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And always using the cinnamon.
Well, I had heard somewhere about cinnamon and that burning it would smell so good. So I went to the bulk aisle and I got cinnamon. I burned it. Didn't smell wonderful. I must have done it wrong. I don't know. I like OSHA root for protection.
Oh,
OSHA. Oh, I got some on Etsy.
and what is OSHA?
OSHA root.
OSHA root.
And
Okay.
it smells just wonderful, I think. It's very, very earthy.
Wow.
There might be someone here who knows more about it than I do. But I know it's very protective of women. So I was told about it from an older woman when I was younger.
You were an older woman when you were younger?
No, an older woman told me when I was younger.
Oh.
told me told me
I
about the OSHA root.
I would have believed that because you're an old soul. So I was like, that makes sense. I had no problem with that.
I
Does
don't think
the
it matters what
yeah.
color the salt is. I like pink salt because it's so lovely. But I when I'm doing bulk things, I do just regular white salt.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Teresa
It's our
said.
tendency to complicate things, but Mother knows our intent. And when we ask our guides and angels to, yeah, exactly, Teresa. Yeah, yay,
Hey,
Kelly Healer,
Callie. How you doing?
Teresa,
Callie's an
yay.
amazing healer. She's gonna be
She
on,
is.
um, this Friday, so I'm excited about that.
Well, I had that session with her, the cord cutting, and it was, she had told me to be easy, go easy on myself, to be gentle, to drink a lot of water, which I did. But
Yeah.
I kept feeling the wonderful effects of that for, I'd say, about almost a week. I could feel things shift. So she's amazing. I really recommend a reading Healing with Callie Healer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that, and
very much.
I need to schedule one, Callie. I want to. I read with Callie sometimes, and Callie is an amazing reader.
Yes.
And I want Annie to start reading too because she's so intuitive, that, I think they're just gonna be knocking down your door, except for it's salted, so they can't. Oh, boom shakalaka. That's that's what Spirit kept saying in this morning's meditation, boom shakalaka. I love that. Cinnamon and
Oh,
sweet, so it's for positive energy. Oh, Rossi, thank you.
okay. That's lovely. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Jess, I put cinnamon sticks
Oh,
in my mailbox to invite good news. Well, that will make your
oh.
house smell good too.
I put cans of what do you call it? That carbonated water stuff for my really nice mail lady. And I'll put a note like, here's, if it's really hot day, I put pop out for a cold one. She'll get a kick out of that. If I start putting cinnamon in my mailbox, she'd be like, what is this about?
Oh, Jess. Cinnamon
Oh,
sticks and a four-leaf clover in your wallet. That's a great idea.
oh, that's awesome.
Oh, a
And
lot of people
four-leaf
here use the
clover.
salts on their exterior door.
Yay.
Morella does. Hi, Morella.
Oh, okay.
Viviani.
This is a good
Yeah.
reminder to me. This is a good reminder. Thank you. I,
Yeah.
I do cornmeal my gates, the driveway and the gates too.
Oh, you do?
Oh, I love it. I have Himalayan salt. What do you call that? Salt lamps. I
Yeah.
love that. a couple years back, I started to not using candles so much and using more of the salt lamps. Oh, I love them.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
They really are. I want to get a selenite one, but they're kind of spendy. They're not
Ooh,
ridiculously so, but I really want to get some of those a selenite lamp, at least two of them.
I love that. Okay, Rossi asks, do you have to sage before creating perimeter for protection? That's a great question, Rossi.
I bury sage. Um, you don't have to. You certainly wouldn't hurt though. And I like to do. Someone told me it was earth magic. I didn't know that before. But I put sage in the ground. I put teeth in the ground, hair, little gifts of mother, and it's always to honor and recognize a relationship with her, so she knows that I'm doing my best, even if I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's nice to I put crystals in the ground if they need cleansing, but I'll do it also just as a gift. And for a while, I was having friends who traveled like around the world, and I would
Mhm.
have them bring me back just a little bit of soil, and I would bring a little bit of give them a little bit of soil of mine to take with them. And so one of my area flower beds out back has soil from all over the place.
That's
You know,
beautiful.
it's just because mother is mother wherever you are. You
Yeah.
know, that was my intent in doing that.
This is this pendulum I've had for 30 years and it has
Oh,
soil in it.
oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thanks. It's just a brass one.
Yeah,
It's
it looks like a little brass
but
cage
it,
or
but it holds things in it. So it's
oh, that's so cool.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
lovely.
Annie, where do you get your sage? Do you make your own? Sharon's asking.
I used to make my own. I used to go over to Yakima. My grandparents were in Yakima. I used to go there, Sharon, and pick some, and I would bring water and pennies, and I would find the largest plant and offer the mother. I would offer her the water, pennies around, give my hair, tobacco when I used to smoke, and then I wouldn't pick from that one. I would pick a little bit from each plant around, and not decimate any one plant, and then bring it all home and then make it into wands. I haven't been able to get back over there. I don't enjoy being in a car at all. I don't enjoy it at all. So now I order it.
Do you
But it's
drive?
um not well, a little bit. I drive my husband's car now because remember mine got stolen. And
Oh God, yeah.
yeah, mine got stolen. What was it, 5 months ago or something? Got stolen
A
right out of the
long
driveway.
time ago, Annie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was some months back. But I drive my husband's car. But now that he's retired, bless his heart, now he wants to go everywhere with me. It's just driving me crazy.
He loves you.
I'll say, I want to go to TJ Maxx and look, and he go, okay, I'll take you. And there he is. So I'm like, okay.
So I when my husband was alive, it was rare that he'd go with me, but he'd always want to push the cart. I don't
Oh,
know why. That just I didn't like that. I want to push my own cart, anybody else pushing my cart.
yeah, because you don't want to hurt their feelings.
No, you want him
But
to,
like,
yeah,
it's I like time. I've got used to having time to myself for 20 years.
yeah, right. Mother Gaia does appreciate our efforts. Lori says,
Yeah,
I can feel her smiling at me, especially of what I am doing as little girl like gestures. Oh, I love that.
yeah.
Because we are children, aren't we? I mean, our inner child, when we're going with joy and wonder in our heart, like a child.
Yes, absolutely. And Lauren is, I wish Lauren would come on your show. Really.
Right?
Lauren, please come be a guest. And Teresa Ford, please come and be a guest
Oh
on
my God,
the show.
Teresa Ford, yeah, yeah,
Please.
and
We need
Tony,
you here.
yeah.
Very special.
We've got such an incredible group here.
Yeah, we
Um,
do. We really
Tony
do.
says there is a wonderful store called the Wandering Bull where you
Oh,
can buy
thank you.
sage and feathers, etc. Okay, the Wandering Bull.
Wandering Bowl. Is that Must be online. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Anybody that's not familiar with Shining Hawk Healing, she has a beautiful channel. So
She's a really, she just shines. She's such a beautiful lady, but she just shines.
she does,
She
doesn't she? Her
does. She's a very
smile.
joyful, bright light.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Um, and we are taking questions also, everybody, and I have a couple starred. Um, okay. I had somebody ask a really good question this week. Aw, everybody's so grateful. Yeah. And
Me
Callie
too.
Healer has a beautiful channel too.
Me too.
Um, okay, so um, about saging and whatnot, your house, and so many people are recovering from the big C. You know, they've had inflammation in their lungs,
Mm.
and a lot of people. I mean, it takes a while to get through that, especially long haul. So, how do you sage your house if you can't um, do that? Like, is it
Mhm.
just honor the idea of it?
I think that's a great question. I
Yeah.
think it, because sage is relatively easy to break, to crumble,
Oh.
and place around, put it in a bowl of water. That's very feminine. That holds an energy, and put it in some water, sprinkle it. But I would go for I had the door closed because they didn't want you to come in. Goodbye.
Hello.
Bye.
But,
But in that case, I would go for cedar. I'm so glad you've asked this because, oh, thank you, Sonia. Thank you very
mhm.
much. I would go for the big, big one, which is cedar boughs. Evergreen, Douglas fir, blue spruce, whatever evergreen tree is near you. When people are ill, I had a client once who was very ill. He had had a heart attack. And I brought rose quartz to put under his bed along his chakras. I bought cedar boughs to put under his bed. You leave it there for maybe 5, 7 days, and then you take it out and burn it. You take it, you walk it directly out. You don't stop. You just take it directly out. When my husband and I were newly married and had a lot of arguments, I would cedar sweep the entire us and the entire house. And I would just sweep the walls, sweep the doors, sweep the energy right out and open all the windows. And it's important to open the windows if you're burning sage too, to open that windows. Then you can bring in rose quartz spray. You can bring in lavender spray. Um, it creates a space for you're honoring your relationship with guides and angels. You're honoring your relationship with mother. There's really no strict. This is how it's done. You can
Yeah,
follow your own intuition and your own what you're drawn to, because surprisingly, and maybe not so surprising, but what you're drawn to is usually what you need. You know, I'm not of his gin and tonics, but if it's lavender, but if it's lavender and rosa, he'll go for it. You know, or cedar feels wonderful. I love a holiday time because I'll bring cedar into my home all year round. But I really think people are happier at holiday time because they're bringing in all these cedar boughs in their house and they don't even know it.
I love that. That's so
Yeah,
true. It smells so fresh, doesn't
and
it?
yeah, I mean we have a fake tree because I don't want to kill trees,
Yeah,
um,
me too.
but I get fallen branches. So there's a park nearby, and I just go gather the fallen branches
Yeah.
and bring them home. Oh,
Shizri, that's so beautiful. A great feather.
wow! Do you think it was a gull? Or what bird? What do you think it came from, Jesri? That's fabulous. Do you look
Yeah.
through your feather? And if you look through the feather in a candlelight or sunlight, it's full of rainbows. I would put
Mhm.
that down my body because I find feathers a lot, and I'll put it down my chakras, and I'll see if any one area seems to be needing that attention.
Yeah. Hi, Valerie. Illumination Portal is here too.
Hi,
Um,
Yanni.
yeah. And everybody's talking about what to watch for.
Oh,
Um, um, let's see. And I'm starring questions, Jeff. I've got yours. Um, our voices are so calm. Yeah. Some days. Watch out other days, right? Um, Jezreel loves cedar. Yeah.
I, me too.
Yeah, I do like opening up the windows and the doors every
Yeah,
morning for a couple of minutes at least, even if it's freezing cold or
yeah,
really hot out, just to let the chi flow through the house,
yes,
let things
yeah,
escape. And my mom always said if you have a fight to burn a candle. If you get angry, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
burn that energy.
Well, when my husband and I, we tried stopping smoking a few times together, and we
That's
got, when
nice.
we were newly married, we got arguing, we were just, and we'd go outside to talk about it, and two bald eagles, this happened to us a number of times, two bald eagles would fly over us, and I'd be like, we can't be doing this. We're not honoring the gift that we found each other and got married. So, I mean, it's really amazing. Life and spirit will talk to you all the time, even when you're not at your best. You know, it's just
Right?
important to pay attention because they really do love us. They want us to do well, even when we,
Yeah.
especially when we struggle sometimes.
Yeah, there is no judgment, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
judgment at all.
We're the
We
only ones that come up with that silliness, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and we're harder on ourselves than we are on anybody else, always.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, everybody's talking about finding feathers,
yeah. I find feathers all the
pennies.
time. I love it. It's like they're just there with us all the time. And I like to do earth magic with them, and I put them in throughout the neighborhood. I'll put them artistically in bushes of people who I think need a little blessing. So there's feathers and bushes all over a mile around my house.
I love that, I'm gonna start doing that.
It's just lovely, you know. It's just lovely. Like spirit was here.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm,
It's a beautiful way to do that. Jessrey, I love to sit
yeah,
outside in the morning and drink
yeah,
my coffee and watch the birds,
yes.
right?
What a wonderful way to start the day when it's not raining out here. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lovely way to start the day.
I think it's good that you can yell at somebody and get it things out. I mean, you don't wanna yell all the time, but I think that's,
Yeah,
to get out your, frustrations and be able to, um but also to lean into it with curiosity, like, "So what just happened?" "What were you feeling?
mhm,
What was I feeling?" And,
yeah.
um, yeah. Jeff says he never gets, feathers. Um, I think that's what you're talking about, Jeff. You know, you may not be, around an area where you get a lot of feathers, but, you probably get something else, another like, you you get a lot in through your writing, Jeff, so you're getting a lot of information in. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Jezreel. Ask your spirit guides to send you one, Jeff. Yeah, for sure, for
Hey,
sure.
hey, Jeff, I hope that you don't mind me asking you this, but since I first saw your name and your picture, I thought someone hurt you when you were young. And I'm just learning to trust my ability to read that. Can you confirm for me if that is true? Did someone hurt you when you were very young?
Yeah, and Jeff, if you're not comfortable, I can give you,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't
an
mean to put.
email, and
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
because we've all talked about this many times on the channel. Okay, if you feel comfortable, that's great, and he has his answer here in the chat. I won't post it, but,
Okay.
you
I'm
can
sorry
read
if
it.
I put you on the spot. I apologize if I put you on a spot. I'm sorry.
I Yeah, I don't get the feeling that you did, but,
Okay. I wish you well every time I see your face.
yeah,
Know
yeah.
that. Know
Jeff
that.
is a beautiful soul, and he has a really beautiful, um, channel, and your poetry is so beautiful, Jeff.
He's got 2 books out.
Yeah,
He's
Jeff
got
has
2
so many
books.
hidden talents.
He does. I'm burning sweetgrass for you, Jeff.
Good. Yeah,
Blessings, blessings, blessings.
yeah, that's a great idea. Here it is. Get my candle out, burn it for you, Jeff. Um, that's a great idea. So, out of curiosity, which pick gave it away? How could you read it? He asks.
Mm. It's whatever picture you were having about 6 months ago, and I just get hits on people. Just as sometimes some people I think must be the souls that I've known before, the souls that we're a part of, that we're a group with. I think it's comes. I'm just feeling that out, but that's what I think it is because I've had that like all my life, and as I get older, I think maybe these are the souls that I came in with, that we're all part of a group. So when I see their face, I know something, you know? It's like
Yeah,
checking in with our beloveds that we haven't seen in the physical, but in spirit we could be yakking every day for all I know. You know?
yeah. Everybody's sending Jeff so much love here. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a place of healing, and um,
Well, the gifts that he has and that he's sharing them is so bravely extraordinary. I mean, I think the angels are whooping it up, dancing around, high fiving. Really proud of you.
yeah, boom
Really, really proud.
shakalaka, Jeff.
Yep. So thank you. I've been wanting to say that for a long time.
Yeah,
So
he's
on.
amazing, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of conflicting energy for him with about the death and loss of a parent.
Okay.
Let me just tell you that that is a hard thing because that's in our family too. And when you have a parent that you grieve for the beautiful parts of that parent, right? The beautiful part of that relationship, but you're also have a really good right to be angry about other parts of the relationship. So it's hard to forgive when they're gone. A little more involved.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this ancestral clearing that we're all doing, it's manifesting in so many different ways. And I think sometimes we go through a thing, and when we finally get to the other side of it, then we're able to fully see just how much clearing has happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
right?
thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah. You do so much for everybody here, Jeff. You're so kind.
Yeah.
Um, okay, Teresa Ford says, just tell me to shut up if you want, but
I love Teresa.
I feel like you have carried a huge burden for so long that you're having a hard time not carrying a heavy load. Get used to feeling lighter.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Teresa, that's beautiful. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Sharon Foster says, Annie Bear is our spiritual teacher,
Oh,
healer. She is
thank
truly a
you.
messenger,
Thank you.
right? And
I'm a very odd choice. Thank you very much. I'm giggling because I think they make odd choices sometimes.
I think Annie's just finding that out. So, how strong your strengths. You have so much to give, Annie, and it's just beautiful. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, from your poetry, your um, your paintings, but also all this is so informational for everybody. And I
Oh,
asked her about readings because I think that she'll be reading soon. and you won't need cards if you don't want them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll just
Well,
remember how to read.
just want to read true, you know, and be helpful, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because I think being human is pretty unites us all. You know, it unites us all.
Oh,
And
yeah.
clumsy. Half of the journey is just being clumsy.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
put one foot forward, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's okay when you get in a safe place to admit that. It's so
Yeah.
freeing. It's really freeing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 'cause we're all little kids.
Well,
We're just
um,
remembering.
do you guys mind if I read you a poem I wrote?
Oh, please, please, that would
Okay.
be lovely.
This one is called The Question of Cornmeal. Corn, squash, and beans are sisters. In relationship, strength is found. I encompass my home with cornmeal to protect us from crown to ground. Salt can soften, flavor, and protect, repel an outside force. Sprinkling it around your boundaries both protects and enhances your course. Earth magic is gifting, in humility growing your light. Sleeping, reaching for bird tribes, feathers around you will encourage flight. Before I take a single step or action, I ground myself and draw up compassion. Everything in this world wants to be seen, but not everything shiny is clean. So while I build up my discernment, treasuring relationship with Mother as I earn it, not everything I see is for me. I need clear resonation. If it's drums rather than mantras, I can still respect high vibrations. Both of these things are true. Make things as hard as possible and stay small and quiet as I can. But neither will serve the greater good, nor uplift the feminine I am. Mother's gifts us ways to see. Light language fills all senses. As we grow our divine white light, it expands with natural defenses. These gifts of corn honor all tribes and keep honored traditions alive. There were struggles and hardships of past that we are healing as beauty lasts. Respect is felt, giving off its own glow. Believe me, all our ancestors know. They see us, feel us wobbling true, shining joy as we see this through, smiling as we share what we once had to hide, feeling the healing where true beauty resides. So thank you for asking what cornmeal is for. In the question is an opportunity for us all to remember more. These softened footsteps honor the oldest sisterhood there is. And in the cadence of corn, beans, and squash, and the color of cornmeal, our future lives.
Wow.
I thought that was for all of us, you know?
That's perfect timing.
Yay.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, such a positive vibration, right, Jeff? Just
Oh,
beautiful. Hi, Wiki. How are
thank you.
you?
That was a choice, Jeff, because I used to write differently for a long time. Thank you. Thank you, Sally. Thank you. Oh, whoa, look at those owls. Go back to Saldra's. There's gorgeous
Crazy.
owls in that picture. I love this cedar too. But Sally, look at those owls.
Oh my
Woo,
gosh.
woo, woo, woo.
Sally, is that from your house or your barn or something?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
I just love it.
You're exactly on time, Wiki. Perfect time. Yeah. BRB.
Be right
What?
back.
Oh, okay. She's going to be right back. Okay. I get it. I get it.
She's
From,
probably going to get us cookies and stuff.
oh, yum. Always from the cookie, right? Oh, they visit you, and this was on your back patio.
Oh, wow. What a treat and a thrill.
Oh, that
That's
is so
fantastic.
exciting.
Wow,
A
you must
Western
be
screech. Yeah, we had
beach house.
We don't get a lot of owls because I'm in the city, but
Mhm.
I don't stay out late either, but I was out with some friends the other night, late for me. I got home at 11:30 and,
Whoa. Mm.
yeah, I know.
Night
It
owl.
was exciting. Yeah, and the owls were just going
Mm.
crazy. Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful,
That's
Sally.
remarkable. Sally must see and dream.
Yeah.
No. Huh. I've never heard of one. Shining Hawk healing.
So, yeah, Tony is a great healer, and she has so many, um, shamanic tools that she uses. Um,
Tell us more about that. I don't know what that's for, sweetheart. I would like to know.
yeah, she has beautiful things she uses.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, Annie Bear, I keep getting tingly on the right side of my head and ear during your beautiful poem. Very touching.
Thank you, Erin. Must be your guides and angels giving you lovies. You know, they must be giving you lovies.
Aaron, I love your picture too with your little
Yeah.
puppy. How cute. Oh, she says it's very good for the lungs. Okay, everybody.
Oh,
I'm writing that down. So it's a salt inhaler. What was
salt,
it? I'm gonna go buy some of these for people. Um, a salt crystal inhaler.
salt crystal inhaler. Where the heck is my pen? Um, what about that for? I wonder if that would help George.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one for George, and I've got other people to buy them for. That's beautiful.
Thank you very much for sharing
Yeah,
that. My
yeah,
husband was coughing like crazy earlier. Salt crystal inhaler.
yeah. Right, Teresa? Tony is stunningly beautiful, and her voice. Yeah,
Yeah,
she has an amazing voice.
she does.
Okay, we've got some questions here that we should get to.
Okay.
Um, Hypnicity asks, I think I'm starting to see spirits around some people. Some good, some bad. Am I or am I crazy? What do
Sometimes
you think?
I don't think you're crazy. That's for sure. I don't think
Yeah,
you're crazy. Sometimes I'll see if I look softly at people. I'll see what they used to look like if it was a different walk, or the medicines that currently walk with them. So I think you absolutely are seeing what you're seeing.
yeah,
How does it? It's important to while you see to make sure you're protected and grounded, sweetheart. I'm sure
yeah.
you already do that. I'm sure you do that. You're a healer. She has a healing. She does healings
She's
for a
amazing.
living.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you get, Terry?
I get that you're not crazy. You're reading energy around them. And sometimes that bad energy or that charcoal powder that you might see might be, something that they picked up in their environment, like, maybe they're watching a lot of the news, right? Which is hard not to do right now, but they're letting things into their aura. So, and things get attracted, right? Energy gets attracted to you if you open up your aura to that type of
I,
environment.
somebody had told me about that too recently. It might have been Kali Healer about protecting, even like when you're on YouTube and stuff, to protect your energy all the time. And I
Yeah,
hadn't considered that. It's just so it's important to know. And she's doing healings for a living, so she's around a lot of energy. So it would make sense that she's growing, that she's starting to now see more.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
as part of her personal growth.
Well, and I think it's important. This is a really important question, Hypnicity. Thank you, because everybody's evolving right now, and we're all going to be seeing more, feeling more, hearing more. However your clairs come in, and the more that they come in, the more other clairs will open up, like
Yeah,
clairvoyance,
I would.
claircognizance.
Yes, and I would ask my guides and angels. I want to see what is for my highest good only.
Yeah, yeah, and always walking with your 30 trillion. Um, 33 trillion um, angels behind you. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Tony says it's a natural ability to reduce congestion. Brilliant. Gonna go buy several.
Thank you.
Yeah. 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 Um, okay. Hypnicity follows that up with I see white around some people. What do I what do I do when I see the dark stuff? I send good vibes to them. They will never know. Is that okay?
I would ask your guides and angels, is this for my highest good? And you can ask them to, I would like an extra teaching angel with me while I am figuring this out. If I don't, I just go neutral. When I'm not sure, I just go neutral. And I immediately ask guides and angels. And I ask them, like, if it's a no, can I feel it on the left side of my throat? If it's a yes, can I feel it on the right side of my throat? And, but I don't feed him. You know what I mean? I don't send him any of my own energy. Energy can pass through me. I can send it from creator. And if they like, you know, I don't know if that makes sense, but keep your own energy. You can just direct great spirit energy through you, but keep your own energy to yourself.
Yeah. That's such a good message. Thank you. Because yeah, we work with universal energy. We don't work it just flows through us to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Without
It just flows through us to be directed, but not our own.
Yeah, yeah, and staying grounded. And sometimes we're gonna see that charcoal energy, that charcoal powder kind of, and you'll see it like around the wars, or you'll see it around a place where people are involved in something that's not necessarily bad, but like maybe addictive or something, right?
I
Um,
I clap to the west. If I've seen dark energy on people, I just say no. I just say no really deep. Feels like it goes through my whole body and into the ground.
yeah,
That resounding no. Um, and then it just disappears. It just,
I love that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think I am of light, and you feel ferocious when you do it because you are.
yeah, you're a bear.
And mother's got your back, you
Yeah.
know.
Also, remember that sometimes this is a soul contract that this person is working through.
Yeah,
So we can't heal everybody of everything because there's might be a lesson there for them, even though you don't want them to go through something.
yeah.
Um, this is a karmic thing. So,
And
and
it's
that's never,
respecting that because we our judgment screws us up.
yeah,
And we start judging it and we start do blah blah blah. But it's really
yeah,
to honor their journey. Yeah, exactly. When I was younger, I wanted to know everything. So I would like this was so funny. Like when I've always found feathers. Feathers have always found me. So I went to a secondhand store and I got a wicker rattan, I guess you'd call it, headboard. And I stuck feathers all over it. And so I started traveling like, wow. When I'd go to
whoa,
holy cow. And an elder came and said, what in the world are you doing? I said, I'm having these great dreams. And, I wanted everything. But I kept getting slowed down because as each chakra healed, as each issue healed, I had to slow down and take time to do that. I'm sorry, I missed whatever that last one was. I didn't read it. I didn't,
oh,
I didn't read it, but
oh, it was.
want to. But anyway,
I'll get
it's
it
just
back on.
funny
Okay,
because
it's okay.
when we're not judging others and we say, oh, you have that issue you're working through, that stranger you don't even know. Uh,
Yeah,
it takes as long as it takes because I tried hurry up. I really tried hard to skip a bunch of stuff and just keep knowing everything, but it didn't work out. We have to do it on a cellular level. We have to do it by bringing our own issues to light. And that's how we claim the knowledge that we get is by doing that little bit of healing. And sometimes it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it links you to the next part
yeah,
and the
yeah.
next. Yeah. And that's how you build your body of light.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
and watching it with awareness, right? I mean, sometimes
Oh,
it won't.
Wiki, she just looks so fun.
I know she's so adorable, isn't
She
she?
is. She just looks like someone so fun.
Yeah, she's seeing people in our backdrop in the clouds, right? The
Yeah.
clouds tell a story, don't they?
Oh, I
That's
love when guys
beautiful.
when they joke with you in clouds and you see funny stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Callie Healer says, call your energy home at the end of the day, call it back.
Yeah.
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 And Assault Room, Janet DC.
Oh,
Hi. Yeah, book time. We do have a salt room here, and I've never
you
done
do?
it.
I've never heard of one. How
Yeah,
amazing.
they have salt caves and whatnot too.
Wow.
Um, and oh, Lori, 100% firm believer, Michael
Mhm.
Metatron, and especially Azrael as well.
I
Azrael's a
love
really good
Metatron.
angel. Yeah,
Yes, Uncle Michael and Uncle Metatron and Cousin Michael, I call them. Yes, they are serious, serious dudes.
yeah,
So bright. I think it's so awesome. Like in those realms, it's kind of backwards from where it is. Like those who are um, the most of service are the ones we follow, and we call them our leaders. But it's because they're the most of service. Like Archangel Michael.
yeah.
Incredible.
Amazing,
Well, yes, I'm
amazing.
there right there with you, Lawrence.
Any tips on using a pendulum?
I asked that I have one in my throat because I'd been using pendulum, but in any tips on you get grounded, open your heart, ask for an angel to help you specifically with it. Ask if you can feel it resonate in your body as well as the pendulum. That way, if you're ever somewhere where you can't be dragging out a pendulum, you can ask in your body and it will, because this is the greatest tool you're going to have is this body. It's what we use in this dimension. So it's wonderful to ask them, like, for any reason. If I can do this, can I feel it in my right hand or my right neck or whatever? But get your body involved, because I think we as women, especially, have been taught and trained to hide our bodies, to cover them, to not move them seductively, to be a little bit afraid of men and be afraid in general. And we're here to change all that. We still
Yeah,
have to hold our energy and be responsible and be careful. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But we're all that fear stuff kept us from actually using our bodies for what they're created for in this world. When I was younger and had menses, I would give blood to mother, and it instantly builds a relationship with mother. I don't. That's probably more than you wanted to know.
no,
Sorry.
it's so true. Our
Yeah.
bodily fluids, whether it's spitting or
Yes.
a
Yes.
wee on a
Because
tree, you know,
yes,
release.
absolutely. Like
Yeah,
if I got trim a tree, I always take spit and seal it and say,
yeah,
thank you, I'm giving you a haircut," and talk to it before you do that. But say, "I'm going to give you a haircut. I'm going to give you a trim," and it's doing ordinary things, but doing them with love. It's
yeah,
doing them with honor, including how yourself. Including yourself.
yeah, yeah. I love that, Annie. I think that's so important that we can just look into our heart space and
Yeah.
look into our throat chakra too. But the throat chakra is so important because you can hear. Not only can you speak through your throat chakra and speak
Mm.
clearly, but you can listen. It's a really good place to listen to
Really,
what
I've never
the
tried
answer
that.
is. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow, you're blowing my mind. I spend
And
most of my time being afraid to speak. So, like, starting a YouTube channel 6 months ago and writing is, even today, like coming on, it's an act of bravery for me, but I need to develop this. I need to develop that. Thank you. What
well,
tips can you give on give me a how to do that? How to listen with your throat.
okay. Um, well, number one, you want to go into your heart space always, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
ground there,
Okay.
and feel it. And then when you go into your throat chakra, think about. what are you listening to? What are you hearing spirit come in with? What are you hearing in your heart? Like, listen to your heart, listen to spirit, and 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 you'll get a feeling. Like, I get one in my the back of my head, not the medulla, but like the back of my crown and
Mhm,
my right side. And I know when it's right,
mhm.
it's going to come in through there, and I'm going to get that tingle. And that's weird. It's like it's another Claire, but hearing, a lot of it is hearing yourself.
Okay.
So hearing what you're saying to yourself with clarity. So
Oh,
speaking with clarity and hearing with clarity. Like,
okay.
do I really think that I am, um, okay, I'm on Noom and I'm trying to lose weight. So do I really think that I'm overweight, or do I think that I am beautiful just the way I am? Okay, so that's a good way to hear that, and
Okay.
listening to the difference in vibration in that, feeling the difference in vibration in that, like, is are two different things, and where does that feel like on your crown chakra? You can feel that in your. Did that make any sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it did. No, no, that really did. I
But
feel like I
Viviani,
shared a lot.
yeah, also with the pendulum, um, a good way to start always is over your pulse point. So
Oh,
put
yeah.
your wrist up and let it feel the pulse of your body. You can calibrate it to, like this other one has, earth in it, it has soil in it. You can calibrate it to all sorts of different things,
Oh,
but
I
it's a
didn't
good
I
way
didn't
to.
realize that, but I always do it with the palm of my hand.
Yeah,
I feel it in the palm of my hand where all the chakras meet and right in the center.
yeah,
I didn't even think of sharing that. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Stuff we
Calibrate
do
it.
automatic without thinking about it, right?
Yeah, I never think about that either. I'm always like, "Okay, whatever." Okay. Je Oops, sorry. Jeff asked, "This sounds stupid, but I'm going to ask. Nothing sounds stupid.
No.
How come I never get a signal via feather from a loved one?" Oh, I think we answered that. Um, but everybody gets signals from a loved one. You just get different kinds.
Sometimes it's pennies and dimes that
Yeah.
I'll find. Um, because I don't know why that is, but sometimes it'll be rocks. So look to what you do find. Look to what you do find. Because whenever you say, I never find one of those, then you're just going to keep fulfilling that self prophecy, you know. But to say, I find things and then look and see what it is, because sometimes I get rocks, sometimes I get feathers, sometimes it's leaves, sometimes, like yesterday, I was walking Rosie and there was elementals behind me. I had been admiring and taking pictures of flowers, and I usually send Terry a picture of whatever flower I found.
Beautiful.
But there was little elementals following me, and I know I couldn't see them with my eyes, but I could feel them, and they were tossing these little curled up mm, petals that were dry and skittering behind me on the sidewalk. So you're
Um,
going to find something. They love to be seen. So
yeah,
the more you acknowledge, you go, I see you, I heard you, I feel you. They're overjoyed. They miss us. They miss us interacting. They're lonesome. So so look for what you do find, Jeff. Maybe it's rocks. Maybe it's pennies.
yeah. Hi, Mary. That's a good point. Sometimes it's seeing an animal that you normally would not see and can be different animals at different times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, the
Yes.
other day I came home and there were cardinals all over the roof of my house.
Wow.
2 days later, I came home and there were crows all over the roof
Oh,
of my house.
and
So,
that means something to you, huh?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the cardinals
absolutely.
are ancestors for sure, and, the crows are messages. Okay.
Well, when I
Oh,
was
go ahead.
dealing with trickster people, I would see coyotes. They would be in my path. So I mean, they'll help you. They'll help you know what you're in when you're not quite sure what you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
Sonia wants to know if you can take a look at her energy.
Can you read on this while I get quiet for a second? Because I
Yeah.
haven't done this before.
Yeah, sure. This is really good because I feel like your next
She's
step.
nudging me.
I'm nudging her.
She's nudging me.
um,
Bless her heart.
Sonia, you're definitely on the right path. So the pendulum is just going nuts here. Um, um, of a light worker, and they're showing me two roads, like you're going down a path, and there are two different ways that you can go. So I don't know if there's two different modalities of healing that you're looking at, or if there's two different, if you're thinking about moving, but something that you're going to be making some choices on. Either choice is excellent, and it's just they're saying the choice that is best for you is the choice that makes your heart go pitter patter. So listen to your heart, listen to your inner child, what gives you joy, um, what makes you excited.
I think she used to be a priestess. I see her as a tall, um, wearing a cape, like with a hood.
Yeah.
And hidden knowledge, druid knowledge. I think she did a lot of ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I think when she gets quiet outdoors by large boulders, she'll remember these things because that knowledge is inside her, is still inside her. She earned it. So I don't know if that helps you, but that's what I see.
So we've been getting a lot of that Lady of the Lakes energy with
Mm-hmm.
Merlin. And BC talks about Merlin coming in at this point too.
Hmm.
So that would be something really. I love what you said. Isn't Annie just a natural and amazing at this? So
Oh, when I had a life at that time and I drowned in the waters around Merlin time. I was a priestess and I drowned. But
wow,
I met one of the women I was priestess with in this walk, and she actually married my husband and I. But anyway, and so
okay,
we
we're this is remember this everybody because we got to talk about this next time.
okay, okay.
Because this is a big story I can tell. Because I am seeing a lot of Merlin energy and Ladies of the Lake energy, and Men of the Lake too, Jeff, and
Yeah,
anybody else here.
the
But
druids, the
the
priests. Yeah,
druid, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
seeing so much of that energy right now.
It's
Like
the
we,
meridian, sweetheart. It's the ley lines. They're waking up. Remember before Christianity came along, these ley lines and these meridians flowed freely. And
you're
they
right.
built their stupid churches on them to block the flow. And it's coming loose. That's why people are seeing dragons. Because that Archangel Michael energy runs through. And that's, it used to be called the dragon energy. So anyway, and
Oh,
serpent energy. Yeah, it's waking up.
it is waking up, isn't
She's
it?
waking up. Yeah.
She
We're
is.
taking that back. Sorry.
I love it. No, are you kidding me? This is incredible. I want you to talk all day. Are you kidding me?
Said no one ever.
Um, Viviani would love a message from Spirit.
Okay, I'll get quiet. Can you read and I'll get quiet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Viviani, there is, well, they're showing me a big bowl of fruit, like bounty, abundance. Um, and you've got your pick. Again, you have choices here. You have oranges, bananas, persimmon. I don't know why persimmon, but that comes in. Cherries, um, all sorts of different things. And these are like tools or things that we can learn from. And you have all this at your disposal. You have like a cup that runneth over. So they want you to acknowledge that, or they want to acknowledge that you have these gifts, and that they're awakening. Like once you start digesting some of them and recognizing them inside you, um, more will come out and out and out.
I see her at a grocery store. She needs to get the vinegar with the mother, the apple cider vinegar with the mother. I don't know if you're supposed to drink it or use it for cleaning your altar or maybe making your altar. Don't know if you have one. But it's good for your insides, and it's good for you to connect with the messages that they want you to receive. So that's
Wow.
all.
Love that. Okay, and we can do one more. Let's see. Oh, Morella.
What a pretty
I'm
name.
always seeing feathers.
Oh,
My husband is close by.
yay.
That's beautiful, honey.
What a beautiful name, too.
Oh, Viviani has vinegar at home. Good.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh, okay. And Viviani understands the message. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs to sprinkle it. Thank you so much for having me on today. This is wonderful for us all to be chatting together. I love it.
I know, right? It could go
Yeah.
on and on and on.
Thank
So
you.
I don't know, Morella, if this was a question or a comment. But I feel like you are already so aware of this, and the love there. And he's saying he comes in with softness of a feather. And you might feel the brush on your brow or on your cheek. But there's a really soft love that comes in. And it also comes in through the back of your heart space where you receive that love very softly. Makes me tear up. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
beautiful.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything, Annie, or are you thinking?
But I assumed she knows her husband.
Oh, okay.
Others,
Yeah.
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 How reassuring and comforting and loving. I love that.
Oh, Sonia just had a reading a couple of days ago that she won from Ginger Faye. It was amazing. Wow, so much
Oh.
resonates. That's amazing.
Oh, yay.
Good for you, honey.
Wonderful. Isn't that
That's
awesome?
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody here is so powerful. Pamela, hello, beautiful. So, well, this happened too fast.
It went by quickly. It really did.
It sure did. And we've been waiting. Annie's been doing a lot of babysitting this summer. So
I have been. I sure have been. And I hope that Lauren and Teresa Ford will come on and be guests, please.
yeah, right?
Yeah,
Definitely. We want them on.
definitely.
So
Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.
yeah.
Thank you
Everybody
so
have
much.
a great day.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, who's on tomorrow? What are you doing this week, Annie?
Well, I'm going to see a dermatologist. Months and months ago, Rosie and I were playing, and one of her claws split my lip, and it healed funny, so it had this dark spot on it. So I'm going to the dermatologist and getting that looked at.
Oh my gosh.
Not terribly exciting, but and we have a nephew coming down from Alaska. He's going to stay with us a couple of days, and then he and my husband are going to drive to Minnesota and via Wyoming and visit and have guide time. And yeah. So what about you?
Amazing. Well, I was thinking about this stuff. I've got I'm going to be on Gerald Tarot Stash with Betsy Palmer tomorrow.
You
Yeah. So anybody that wants a reading, It's going to be mediumship. That'll be at 3 o'clock Central. And then
Okay.
Callie's going to be on. Callie Healer is
Yay.
going to be on at 3 o'clock. So
Tomorrow.
on Wednesday,
Okay.
Callie Healer. And then
Okay.
Diana, Universal Laws and Truths, exploring those. So and I'm hoping we can get Lauren and Teresa on, and Tony again, now that Tony's back
Yeah.
on our channel again and she's moved.
Well,
And
please let Reverend George know we're praying for him. We
I
love,
will,
send him love. We send him love.
I will text him today because I think he just sent me a message while we were on.
Oh, he's been
So
on my mind. Yeah.
yeah, I want him to rest up, and I'm going to mention that crystal inhaler. That's
Yes.
amazing. That's his kind of medicine. All right, everybody. Well, have
Thank
a
you.
great day and namaste. My light sees your light, and lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.